What would you do if you discovered that the impossible wasn't just possible, but happening right in front of you? Lucas, a solitary and arrogant man, believed nothing could shake his life. After losing his wife, he isolated himself, building a reality where what he didn't see didn't exist. But that morning, the impossible happened, and he couldn't deny what was right in front of him. It all began with Luna, his loyal dog. Normally always by his side, Luna was nowhere to be found. Lucas followed a trail of blood, his heart pounding as he tried to push down the growing sense of dread. He knew something was changing on the farm, in the earth beneath his feet, but he couldn't grasp what. He felt the air thickening, as if the very land was alive, pressing in on him. When he opened the barn door, the sight that greeted him made his mind falter. There, among the puppies, was a baby, a human baby. So small and fragile, lying among the dogs as if it were one of them. Luna, his dog, was nursing the baby as though it were her own. Lucas's world crumbled. How was this possible? What was he seeing? But something even worse was about to unfold. Before he could process what he was witnessing, a presence in the shadows of the barn caught his attention. Something, or someone, was there. A chill ran down his spine. Without thinking, he grabbed his shotgun. His voice trembling, he shouted, "Who's there?" Silence. Absolute silence. Then she appeared. A pale woman, covered in blood, her eyes wide with fear. She looked at Lucas with a mix of terror and desperation, and the words she spoke sliced through the air. "This is my son." Lucas froze. How was this possible? How were she and the baby here, in his barn, among the dogs? And what else was she hiding? The woman, sobbing uncontrollably, began to tell her story. She was running from a violent man, someone who had sworn to kill the baby as soon as it was born. But there was more. Something much darker. Something connected to the farm, the baby, and especially Luna. As she spoke, Lucas felt the air grow heavier. The farm was full of secrets, and he could already sense the sinister force surrounding it. But what terrified him more was the growing feeling that he was at the center of something far greater than he could comprehend. Something that wasn't just physical, but defied the laws of nature. The woman, with eyes filled with panic, looked directly at Lucas and said, "You don't understand, it's all connected. The farm, the baby, Luna, everything. What you've seen so far is just the tip of the iceberg." And at that moment, Lucas realized Luna wasn't just an ordinary dog. She had a connection to the baby and the woman that he couldn't begin to understand. The farm was alive in a way he never imagined. Everything around him was intertwining in ways that made his reality crumble. He no longer knew what was true. He tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a trick, a lie. Maybe the woman was part of some plot to deceive him. But when he looked down at the baby in his arms, something deep inside him urged him to believe her. The farm, the woman, Luna. Everything was intertwined in a greater and darker force. As he gazed at the baby, a feeling of helplessness overcame him. He knew his life would never be the same again. He was caught in a web of mystery and terror, and the more he tried to understand, the more lost he became. The woman, still in deep shock, looked at Lucas with eyes that seemed to see beyond the obvious. She whispered almost as a warning, "The truth will devour you." Lucas didn't respond. His gaze was fixed on the baby in his arms. Something deep in his mind began to form. He felt he was at the center of a truth so profound it would shake everything he knew. What's happening here? The farm, Luna, the woman, and the baby are all part of a twisted puzzle Lucas now has to face. But is he prepared for the horrors that are coming? The truth is about to be revealed. But do you have the courage to face it? Lucas knew that from that moment on, there would be no turning back. And the worst was yet to come. Don't miss the next chapter. Subscribe now and prepare for the shock, because the story is just beginning.